This series is about my 6th Ford Ranger. I've owned 6 of them over the years, and they were all the same. Long box, V6, fleet. The fleet Rangers never had all the bells and whistles. It was just a truck. That was all I wanted. My first Ranger was a 1984. Then I got an 87. Then an 89. Then a 93. And finally a 2007. This is an image of my 2007 Ford Ranger one day before it was sold with 194,000 miles. And here it is setting next to the new Ranger, the 2022. It was special ordered as a super cab, 6-foot 1-inch box, vinyl floor, cloth seats, mud flaps, and the rear seat delete. What I intend to do here is try to make one of the storage boxes a bit more usable. Get this stuff out of here. Things catch. Now, this bracket is where the scissor jack used to mount onto. But what I want to do is I've got this spot weld cutter, and I'm going to try to drill out those spot welds. And to get this plastic off, I've got my kit here that I use for the door, and one of them maybe will allow me to, I don't know, I've never pulled one of these, so I don't know what is involved in getting it up. Well, as you saw, pulling from the top didn't seem to do much. However, going under and prying it up, that seems to have more of an effect. There. That's out of there. Now maybe I can get a better shot at, because I got 3 there and I got 4 there. Now I've been told the best way to do it, drill a pilot hole. Just enough so it'll hold. I don't want to go through. Alright. So with that, I will put the special cutter back on the drill here, and maybe that'll hold now. Ooh, and that runs too. I don't know. It is cutting. I think I should probably put a little WD-40 or something on it so I don't overheat the cutter. So we'll put a little, while you're not pumping. There we go. Got it going. There. Just a little squirt. And go back at it. Not sure how you're supposed to tell when you go through, because I've never done it.
Well, the tool does work. I got the first 3 out. You notice on the right hand side that hole is so close to the edge that it caught and tore. That was where they spot welded it. Now those 4 down there, that's going to be interesting, trying to get down in there at that. Okay, what I've determined, there's no way I'm going to get down inside to take out those rivets because of this overhang. So I bent it down, and what I intend to do is take a Dremel and a cutoff wheel and go right across there and cut that off and pound it flat, and then the little bottom section, pound that flat, and that's going to be probably the best I can do. I'm not taking this whole thing apart. Now with the Dremel and the cutoff wheel, it didn't take too long to cut that off. Then I've got this piece right here. I'm just going to pound down with a hammer, and that's going to make it relatively flat. And of course that area right there has got to be pounded flat. And then to finish it off, I put duct tape here over where I cut the rivets, here where I cut that piece of metal, and there was a little bit of a ridge, so I put 2 pieces there, and I put a couple pieces there over that flap that I pounded down, just so that it's a nice smooth surface. So now I've got the use of the entire tub. It'll be easier to get my jumper cables in and out. They won't be catching on that metal. Pull back, and that's what you got. Now you saw before just how hard it was to put the jumper cables in that tub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did it with one hand. There. That's why I took that metal bracket out of there. You saw me fight it the first time how to get it in. Now I've got all kinds of room to get it in, and I've got even more room in that tub to put stuff. In fact, I discovered there's so much room that I can put my jumper cables in that, on the right hand side of that well. The other side is my DB Power jump box that used to reside over there. And I've still got more room. So it was definitely worthwhile getting that bracket out of there, even though it was an absolute pain to get it out. It was 45 minutes to get it out. So the last thing to do is put in the top piece. Like that. Tuck that down in, and that will hook in and lock. And so that job is done.